Hi and welcome to a What Do You Need to Know? A Message for the Collective, titled When Returning to Your Purpose Triggers What Still Needs Healing. Today, something deeper stirred within us as we began engaging with our skills, our craft, or something we genuinely care about. Unexpected emotions surfaced, not because we're doing something wrong, but because we're doing something that matters. That discomfort, that hesitation, that urge to pause and question, where is this coming from? It's part of the process of transformation. What we're experiencing is not random. It's the Daughter of Wands energy, us stepping into something that requires courage, expression, and spiritual growth. When we move toward our purpose, that past doesn't stay quiet. It rises. The moon energy reminds us that fears, illusions, and unresolved emotions can come up when we're on the edge of a breakthrough. And some of us, that shows up as anxiety, overthinking, or even dark thoughts that try to pull us away from continuing. But there is guidance here. The Hierophant shows us that we are not alone in this. There's wisdom available to us through our higher self, through divine guidance, through the lessons we've already lived. We are being asked to open our hearts, to trust that clarity and direction will meet us when we're willing to receive it. Even when it feels heavy, like the Nine of Swords energy, we're not meant to stay in that space. We're meant to move through it. Many of us are recognizing that these feelings stem from being misunderstood or mistreated in the past, especially when we showed up confidently, boldly, or authentically. That history can create a hesitation within us now. Even when we want to move forward, there's a part of us that remembers what it felt like to be judged, dismissed, or hurt. So when we return to our talents, it's not just about creating, it's about healing our relationship with being seen. We've learned how to find peace in the present moment. We've learned how to create pockets of happiness, even after everything we've been through. But there are still layers that come up, especially when we revisit something meaningful to us. And instead of running from it, we're being guided to approach it differently this time, to move through the insecurity, the fear, the mental noise, not by avoiding it, but by acknowledging it and continuing anyway. So how do we move forward? We lead with honesty. The Daughter of Swords energy reminds us to be truthful with ourselves about what we're feeling without judgment. We don't suppress it, we don't pretend it's not there. We observe it, we understand it, and we move with awareness. We choose love. The Two of Cups shows us that the relationship we need to nurture right now is the one we have with ourselves. When we meet with ourselves with compassion instead of criticism, everything begins to soften. The process becomes less about pressure and more about connection. We receive clarity. The Ace of Swords brings mental clarity, truth, and understanding. When we allow ourselves to sit with what's coming up instead of resisting it, we gain insight. We begin to see what's real and what's fear. We start to cut through the noise. And then we create. The Ace of Wands is our green light. This is the spark of inspiration, the beginning of something new. But it's not about starting from scratch. It's about returning renewed, this time with awareness, this time with intention, this time doing it differently. We're not here to abandon our gifts because they trigger something uncomfortable. We're here to reclaim them, to work through what arises, and to express ourselves anyway. This is the difference between repeating the past and transforming it. So if you've been feeling that hesitation, that emotional resistance when you try to show up, understand that it's not a sign to stop. It's a sign that you're touching something real, something powerful, something that is asking to be seen, healed, and expressed. Be honest with yourself. Approach it with self-love. Allow clarity to come in and create from that place. This is a new beginning, but one that's rooted in truth. Thank you for being here with me today, and I'll see you guys in the next one.